Soldiers of Bottom Nation, I salute you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for carrying this top on your back, Bottom Nation. You are loved, you are valid, and I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for listening. Patreon.com/WHGS. We've got all that bonus content, that sweet bonus content for you. Full episodes for every month and all kinds of other stuff. I'm on tour. I'm in Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco, and then Albany and Virginia. A big push for my tour. I'm going to be on tour almost every weekend for the next few weeks. Maddie's going super viral online. Yay, Maddie. I know a lot of you are supporting Maddie, so go sign up for Maddie's mailing list as well as mine. They're going to be selling out some rooms soon if they keep going viral like this. It's great. We should go celebrate them and celebrate queer people, queer comedians doing good work and going viral. And that's good. That's good for us. Anyway, what am I talking about? Oh, today, Neil, my friend Neil Rubenstein, who opens for me on the road. You may have seen him. He's really funny. His comedy special, which I love, Have Some Dignity, is out on YouTube right now. Go watch it. Go watch it. Neil is pansexual. I know you're looking at him being like, this straight guy. Neil is pan. You panphobic piece of shit. Neil in this episode talks about being newly pansexual and exploring, particularly with trans women, and how, being a guy growing up when he didn't feel like he could talk about it a lot with his friends, and how great it is that we're, a little more of an accepting culture now. Well, in some places. And so we get into that. So a great episode, really vulnerable, really raw, fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy it. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Green Chef. They are my favorite meal kit. I eat them all the time. They have incredible, clean meals that I can make easily in just 25 minutes. I can feel good about what I'm eating, especially because it's sustainable. They have all kinds of sustainable ingredients, and they offset all of their plastic and carbon. I cannot tell you how nice it is to know at the end of the day, I've got a delicious meal ready for someone like me, a vegetarian, because they accommodate all kinds of dietary restrictions and needs, that I can come home at the end of the day, cook it up real quick, and enjoy it with my girlfriend, Jen. It's so delicious and easy. Go to greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus free shipping. That's greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus free shipping. Green Chef, it's the #1 meal kit for eating well.
I have only ever cis dude to cis dude penis involvement once.
Not a verb to be found.
So he just had a crush on me, and I was trying to bang his friend, this girl. I don't want to say her name. He was like, well, I bet she'd be more into you if you were more open-minded about it. I was like, all right.
Wait, he was like, if you me, she'll like you?
100% worked, by the way.
I know you guys are looking at Neil and thinking, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? But just wait like 2 seconds. He's a really interesting person. We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with my dear friend, one of the people that I started doing comedy with a million years ago.
Yeah.
Neil Rubenstein.
Hi. Do I say hi to them?
Ugh, Maddie.
Oh, dude. You're weak on the soundboard.
You know what?
That was really rough.
To be fair, though, we really don't use it all that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a far more discussed element of the podcast than like use.
And usually it's faced the other way. So
yeah.
that was my bad.
Well, I turned it around for you today, though.
Yeah. Thank you.
Neil, thanks for being here. You just dropped a special on YouTube.
Is this out soon or later?
When's your special coming out?
Mid-July.
Yeah, it'll be out later.
Okay. So special's out on YouTube. It's called Have Some Dignity.
And it's really, really good. And if you've seen me on tour, you've seen Neil open for me.
Yeah.
In Nashville,
Louisville, Columbus,
Cincy, all kinds of places. And now hopefully I'll never see you again. You'll be so famous at this point
I mean, I'll can't
I'll
imagine.
be so famous that we never speak to each other.
Oh, and
again.
we have Richmond coming up together.
We have Richmond coming up together on my shows. Yeah.
And then hopefully more.
And this is really interesting because I was thinking like, it feels like I've known Maddie forever, but I really have not known you that
Like
long
2 years.
at all.
Yeah,
Neil
at
and I
most.
we did open mics together when we were like new comedians.
So like almost a decade probably, right?
Just pups.
yeah. Well,
just
you're
little
old. You're like,
I'm a million and a
you're
half years
ancient.
old.
You're
Yeah.
actually one of our few probably ancient guests.
Yeah. I should be dead by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Especially
working
with
on it.
everything that you've done in your
Yeah.
life.
Well, yeah.
You were, can I say this? You were a bouncer at a brothel?
No, I ran.
Oh, you ran the brothel.
I owned and operated.
Just a mom and pop brothel.
just a pop and pop brothel.
When were you doing that?
Not terribly long ago, 10 years ago.
Wow.
Because to me, I'm like, if you had been like, oh, I'm a pimp or I like had prostitutes, but a brothel, I'm like in Westeros, in Game of Thrones,
No, like
where they pleasure
I
you
know.
under your loincloth. Where are brothels now?
I know it
like
does.
30 blocks from here.
Isn't that the most respectful term though? Like, you
Yeah,
can't, like
I-
pimp and
that's what I-
prostitute are not respectful. They're
Was
sex-
that fucked up that I said that?
No, it's not fucked up that you said it. Like we say those words. You said it in like referring to the derogatory words, but it's like, well, write in sex worker. I know a lot of you as sex workers. Do
Yeah.
you consider your location, your office a brothel, or does it have?
I apologize if I used an
no,
offensive
no.
term.
You didn't. You
No,
didn't.
it just feels nicer to say brothel than like rub and tug or, you know, we would call it like a lap dance room. Like that was like our like, you know, but then like they go from the lap dance room to the private room. That's no longer the lap dance room. So I guess we run a brothel.
Wait, is it the same room, or do you have separate?
No,
rooms?
no. It would be like you walk in and there's like a little like meeting area, like tiki bar set up. And then you go into like a lap dance room, which was like a big open room with just like couches around the end and like a couple of poles. So if the girls wanted to like do like whatever. And there was like, you know, there were like rules, but not really in that room. And then the girl is just like, it's just solicitation. Like she's just like, hey, you want to get a room? And then we have
I
like,
feel
these,
like a lot of, maybe I should talk about my visit to the strip club, but I feel like a lot of strip clubs are run that way though.
yeah, but when you go to the champagne room or whatever in a strip club, you're just getting a private lap dance.
In theory.
In theory, but in most cases.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean, certain cities are like seedier than other cities,
okay.
but like this was specific. Like this, you knew what you were doing.
Were you doing comedy while you ran this?
Like probably started right after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was someone else's that I was like financially involved in. So like I didn't really make decisions, but I would pop my head in.
You weren't the main partner at the brothel.
I was, there were 3 of us. One was like on site all the time. One was like more like a connected guy who like made sure we didn't
How did you get
trouble.
into it to begin with?
From poker. So I ran a poker club. I ran an illegal poker club. And then there was a pretty smooth transition to, yeah.
And you've also done, in addition to being a comedian, a brothel owner, pop and pop brothel owner, poker ring runner.
Yeah, I've always committed crimes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a big crime guy.
Be gay, do crimes.
Yeah, I'm a big crime guy.
You have the coolest. You open for some of the biggest bands on the planet as a comedian, but you also sing. You sang with them as well.
Yeah. So I'm on the Taking Back Sunday first 2 Taking Back Sunday records, just like doing like backup vocally stuff, and I just whatever, just involved in that universe.
Love about you, Neil, is that you know something about every place on the planet. Like
What do you
everywhere
mean?
you go, Neil is
I know
like, oh yeah, there's like this one place where you can get a corn dog. you can get the best corn dog in the United States here in Des Moines, and I'll tell you where that corn dog is. Yeah.
It's usually the Ethiopian restaurant. Usually, if we get to a city that has a good Ethiopian restaurant, I'm like, oh, this. Like we'll get to like,
But
we were in Omaha, and I was like, you're not gonna believe this, but Omaha is like the dopest Ethiopian restaurant.
And they did.
And they did.
And you do not look like the guy that would know the Ethiopian restaurant.
Well, I don't look like the guy who would do any of the things I do.
Yeah.
Well, I guess brothel maybe, but like, but I feel like I don't know, like I don't know.
That's a good place to segue into introductions. I'm Ashley Gavin. Thanks for being here. We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. Neil Rubenstein. I don't know if it's cis gay white woman. She her pronouns. I'm going on tour. AshleyGavin.com. Get on the text list. Patreon.com/WHGS. I'm not on tour during the summer so that I can focus on my new stand-up and my new works and stuff like that. You guys really help support this podcast, and when I'm not on tour, you support my entire fucking life. So get on there. You can donate as little as $1 a month. And then, as always, the hall monitor to keep me from getting canceled. Maddie, are you flirting with me because you brought in an apple to put on my desk today?
Clearly, you're not an English teacher.
That's my intro for you, Maddie. That's what you have to work with. It's Maddie Weiner.
Hello, I'm Maddie Weiner. I'm a comic as well. Oh, thank you, Neil on the soundboard. I use she, they pronouns. Gender fluid, bisexual, probably, I don't know, floating around. And
do I get to do that too?
Yeah, you get to do it too.
Okay, good.
That's why this is the one I'm waiting for, because everyone at home is like, who is this man? Who is this fucking man? And I'm so excited for you to do your intro.
But my Instagram is Maddie T. Weiner. Everything's in my link tree in my bio. I write essays. I'm going on the road. I have a set on Don't Tell Comedy that just came out. It's on YouTube.
It's very good.
I can't wait.
Thank you. If you're listening to this and you want to go check it out on YouTube, or share it on Instagram, that would mean the world. That's like my thing right now.
How is it doing right now?
I think it's doing pretty well. I'm like really happy with it, and I've gotten some good feedback. And Whitney Cummings shared it on her Instagram story.
That's sick.
She didn't tag me, so I didn't know. And I was going through her Instagram story, and I was like, that's my fucking face.
She didn't tag you?
She reposted it.
Fuck you, Whitney Cummings.
No.
Fuck you.
Her name is there. Her name is there. People see
you.
it.
Not like she stole it.
Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, Whitney Cummings, how dare you?
No, thank you, Whitney Cummings.
Take that set and use AI to put your face on it and claim it as your set. I mean this sincerely, and I don't want you on the podcast because I don't respect you as a comedian. Obviously, I'm joking. Whitney Cummings, thank you for posting Maddie, but next time maybe tag a bit.
No, it wasn't that it was like a joint post and she posted it. So I was like, you could find me from it. I just didn't get a notification for it.
Sure.
So I just got a notification that Whitney Cummings followed me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I went to her story and I was like, oh,
yes.
Anyway, so it's been good. And if you want to check out the set, that would mean a lot to me.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
We have a lot of crossover. A lot of people who listen to her listen to us.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
I'd love to have, obviously, Whitney, we're on a first name basis now. Whitney, I would love to have you after you apologize to Maddie publicly. And then my friend, Neil, do you mind introducing yourself? Do you want us to tell you the format?
I'm Neil Rubenstein. Cis. Male. Pansexual. Is that?
Why are you wincing at your own pansexuality,
because I don't know,
Neil?
Because on apps I say heteroflexible because I don't want like the influx of gay men. But in real life I say pansexual because like.
It is actually my friend Reed, who's a trans guy, says that when he grew a beard, he delivers food as his day job, and he says that like since he grew the beard, the influx of gay men is sort of like fucking him up a little bit.
Right. So I'm not like, I don't listen, flattery is flattery. I'm fine. Hit me up, whatever. But it tends to be on the apps. If you say pan or whatever, you're going to get like inundated.
Yeah.
Whereas like heteroflexible, it's like, it's some people.
More manageable.
Yeah, it's more manageable.
And you're more interested.
I'm way more interested
femmes, but all femmes.
Femme and androgynous.
Yeah.
So like NBs that are cis female? Is that how we say that?
That's not exactly how we would say that, but
assigned female at birth.
Assigned female at birth.
Okay, so AFAB for sure, and then any kind of like, really any identify as a female.
Yeah.
Like you've seen my tattoo?
The genitals. I actually think you should show the tattoo.
I would love to see the tattoo.
If you are able to show the tattoo.
Oh,
can you get that?
My God.
Does everyone get that?
That rocks.
Are you able to see it, Pierce? Yeah, Neil, could you put your leg on the wall?
It's just a lady with the hardest dick I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was an early adopter. Like this is an old tattoo. This is minimum 12 years old. Yeah. So I was on board.
Way before I even think pansexual was being tossed around as a common term.
Well,
so that must have been confusing for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, because like I grew up around the toxicity of the 1900s.
Yeah.
So like, so like
all of the 1900s, the Dust Bowl, horribly toxic time for trans women.
Air.
During toxic air.
The air was toxic to transgender people and cis people. It was just bad. No FDA.
Yeah.
And Neil is out there with his tattoo trying to get it.
I don't know, like, you know how like people be like scream out a window like homo or whatever, right? Like, and then no, that hasn't. That hasn't happened. So you've been like 20 years ago.
So you faced homophobia.
20 years ago, people would scream out like queer or whatever, right? And then like the dudes you're with would be like, "Oh, I'm not a." But my reaction was always like, "Okay." Like I don't like. It's none of your.
Know?
Yeah, like it's none of your business what I come to.
Could you tell?
You know, like if you really want to know what I come to, hit on me, and I'll give you consent or not give you consent.
But you still got the tattoo.
Yeah,
so you were open about it 12 years ago.
Yeah. I'm all about it. Yeah,
and what did you say 12 years ago as opposed to now? Because like I really think it's like
I never said anything because I mean, I don't know if this is like progressive for the time or now it's like this old ideal, but like to me, like you're a woman. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like again, I don't care what you think I am, gay, hetero, whatever. It's none of my business really what you think. And it's none of your business what I am. But like if push comes to shove, like that's a woman.
Yeah.
So like shut your pie hole, dude. Like that, like mind your own business. That's a woman. Like just because she has junk.
And you don't have to suck her off if you don't want to.
Exactly. Like,
so like leave her alone.
Yeah, work around it, I guess. You know what I mean? And then like vice versa. Like if you're trans, I guess that'd be like transmasculine.
Transmasculine.
Like, I'll still eat your vagina. Like, you know what I mean? Like beards are weird, I guess. Cause like, is there like a Velcro situation? Like if my beard is too soft and your beard is too, and then like okay, maybe that
could happen with anybody.
But that could,
literally anybody.
Well, I guess. Yeah. Like an old Italian broad.
Wait. Are man pubes rougher than woman pubes?
That feels like very like are cats girls and dogs are boys? I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No,
but cats are girls and dogs are boys.
Zebras are non-binary.
No, but are they?
What, cats girls?
No,
all cats are girls.
Who's by? It's so annoying that you're a virgin. You're
a virgin?
No, I'm not a virgin. Okay, let me set the record fucking straight on this.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I'm a gay virgin. I haven't been with a woman yet. I've sucked dick fucking
Sydney, thank you so much.
East Coast to West Coast.
By the way, as soon as gay virgin came out of your mouth, Sydney came in the room.
No, Sydney's not a gay virgin, to my knowledge.
No. She was like coming in to corrupt. She was like,
I don't even think that it's I couldn't like pull a lady. It's that I've had severe depression and an eating disorder that has kept me indoors for 2 years.
Okay.
Right.
That's the only thing stopping me from getting pussy.
And we're working on it. Sydney, we have a question about pubes that only you can answer. I mean, I think anyway, unless Pierce, are you bi? No. Pierce, is there anything you want to tell us?
TBD.
Okay, cool. But you have not experienced both sets of pubes? No, wait, you have your own pubes though. Okay, so let's...
You're straight?
TBD.
Okay.
Yo, that blew my mind.
Okay, so yeah, because you were in love with him as soon as you walked in the room.
Yeah, I was like, it is the eyes.
So you can use the mic if you'd like to. Pierce is my other editor. Alex is out sick today. So Sydney, in your sexual experiences, which I'm not going to pry about, have you noticed a difference between the pubes of someone who's assigned male at birth versus someone who's assigned female at birth? And what would those differences be? Get in frame, please. Thank you.
Is it okay that I'm getting close?
No,
Sit on my face, Sydney. Sit on my face.
Hello, everyone. I'm wearing the same pants I wore last time I was on camera. The differences I've noticed are, I think, people who are assigned male at birth have more hair that I've seen personally. People that were not I think maybe take care of it a little bit differently.
That's such a PC way to put it.
I don't want to assign good or bad to that, but different.
Because you're trying to keep your job.
Right, exactly.
I've seen the hairiest women though.
Yeah.
Just take care of it differently. I would say it also depends on how recently the person shaved or not.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Sydney, for a round of applause for Sydney for bearing her soul. Pierce, have you noticed any differences between pubes on you versus pubes on a lover?
So are we talking like quality of hair or maintenance?
I think she was saying coarseness.
Quality, and when I say quality, I mean that in the scientific way, like the qualities of the hair. Do you find that they tend to be coarser on you than on your lovers?
Well, I'm very maintained. I condition. I do everything I need to do.
And that's how he got his job.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Pierce.
Yeah,
I appreciate your. But anyway, should we get into the gay sex from this week?
Sure.
Feels like we're in strong cancellation. Hair is one of those topics for people that people are. I don't want to say sensitive in the negative, but like there's a high sensitivity level around body hair because people have been teased about it.
Well,
and
there's
made
so
fun
much
of and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the politics of it are
it's like
multifaceted.
Yeah.
Like through multiple different.
And the way that this podcast stands is you do you boo-boo for whatever it is that you.
I definitely like if I see a girl who's like completely shaved, it's a little bit of a turn off for me just because I know that it's like, well, I believe that it's like rooted in philia, like the original concept of shaved.
You really?
I believe that to be true.
There's some
I don't know.
There's probably like infantilization there with women.
Yeah. So like if I see someone who's like completely shaved and like, I don't know, I'm just like a little like,
Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week.
My mom said she's at the front door or the font door.
No way, really?
Yeah, dude, at the font door. We scramble to put our clothes on. I put on a hat. My girlfriend take her hair out of the sex bun.
You really did grow up in North Carolina.
What
There's some North Carolina.
What is...
Did you hear that? My girlfriend take her hair out of the sex bun. Oh, shit, she got the sex bun on.
That's crazy.
The funniest shit I've ever heard.
There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. I'm gonna tell my gay sex story, you guys.
Okay.
I was on the road.
This is recent.
This is recent. I'm not gonna say where I was on the road, but Maddie was also there.
Okay.
I was hooking up with someone having really incredible sex and like a lot of sex over the course of the weekend.
Wait, you fucked someone when we were there? I didn't know that.
Can we just do the story, please?
Okay, sorry. How? It's so stealthy. I'm like, we left together. When
I'm
did this
always fucking someone, Maddie. Actually, I'm almost at a milestone with my list.
happen? Oh my God.
Ew.
What?
Ew.
Why can't I? What?
No, that's like...
It's not in a bro way. I truly believe, Ashley, with all due respect and love, you are on the spectrum and your special interests are going viral and eating pussy. I mean, you eat pussy like Rain Man solves a Rubik's Cube. Like, it's really, you've memorized it, you perfected it. So the list to me doesn't seem as like, I keep a list of all the girls I fucked. It seems more like I have categorized the data of everyone who has entered my body.
All right, I accept that. Yeah.
My list isn't like a dirty list. It's more just like to remember these
Yeah,
folks.
it's blonde chick from STL.
No. Here's an example. Okay, wait. I have to be very careful with this. I have to put in a fake name. Sarah, yoga/therapist.
Yeah, that's
How
the
long
same.
is it? Can I just like see a quick scroll?
Whoa, dude! It was like she did a swipe, and it was
Starting when?
My whole life. This is my whole life.
Okay.
you
Wait,
get
what's
a
your
running
number?
tally your whole life.
I don't say my number on the podcast, Maddie.
Okay.
Any number is good.
But is that the number?
Any number 0 to not being a sex addict is the right number for you. That whatever that number is.
And if
that's
you're a sex addict, you're a sex addict.
And
I mean,
you'll figure it out. Yeah, you'll
be
work
all
it
right.
out. No shame.
Yeah,
We all have
as
problems.
you know, as long as you're getting enthusiastic consent.
I say if you're not going to have kids, lean into addiction. It's a fun way to spend a life.
I'm
No one's
with ya.
addicted to shit because it's not fun,
Yeah.
you know?
But it can, I think addiction comes with the, whatever.
No, it'll kill you. It's bad.
Like there are risks with
Yeah.
having sex with a lot of people, like STIs and
Sure.
pregnancy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to be
Yeah.
mind and
No, I'm fully joking. I
feelings.
get
You
help.
want to be mindful. Okay, but the point is, really good sex with this person to the point. I've had sex with them before, really into them to the point.
Do you add them back to the list, or do you
No.
tally in the like? Do you scroll back up to a year and a half ago and like
It's
do
like,
a
the,
tally
it's like the
mark?
Finder in Apple where you can sort by like date created or
Yeah.
date
I
modified.
think
Like it
that's
just
it.
jumps
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
top
yeah,
of
yeah.
the.
I think that's
I
what she
told
does.
these two as they came in, I was like, my story's a little weak today. I'm going to need a lot of help. And you guys were like, let's roast you to an absolute crisp. I like data. I like to remember. It brings me back to a fun time in my life when I scroll through the list and I'm like, oh yeah, her.
Girls
I
Who
wonder what she's
Code.
up to. Girls Who Code. Okay. The point is, this is a great episode. I'm really enjoying it. All right. So the point is that we're having a lot of sex. We're having really good sex. And she needs her nipples to be touched to come. I would say borderline needs nipple play to come.
Oh, wow.
Not something you've experienced?
Not needing it. I like it,
Yeah.
but like it helps.
You like it.
Yeah.
My nipples are not super here's how I would rate my nipple sensitivity in explicit detail. Not really sensitive at all, except for wherever the fuck that one stream in the shower hits me. That one, you're laughing. You've experienced this. There's always this one stream in the shower that hits the one spot on my fucking nipple that like I'm like, ow, and that's not
That's
pleasurable.
hilarious.
So
I would-
really not. I don't have a lot of nipple sensitivity.
I would only say I'm sensitive. Like if I'm turned on, I'm really sensitive, and I love like a little suck, a little lick, a little pinch.
Yeah.
But it's not like I don't need it to come the way that like when you launch a nuclear bomb and you have to like do the two keys at the same time. Like,
Bro, it's not 2 keys, it's 3 keys. I'm in a I'm
three
licking her
keys,
clit, I'm
yeah.
inside of her, I'm tweaking the nipple. Like, thank God that's all
You're
she
DJing.
needs. Yes, I'm a one-man band.
You're DJ.
he got the reverb up on top.
I don't do the shower stream, but sometimes when I'm at my buddy Mark's, he's got a bidet. I'll lean over the bidet and shoot the water at my nipple.
Whoa.
No, come on.
I was like, after you go to the bathroom?
No, before.
Like during the game? Before you go to, I gotta get wet before I
can't,
urinate.
Yeah, I can't pee unless
wet. I literally don't know. Hard. Excuse me.
I've also been with people who have like been like, ooh, can I, you go for the nipples and they're like ticklish. But I wonder if that's a internalized like homophobia thing of guys are like, don't fucking put
Yeah,
a nipple,
well,
or if it actually is just ticklish.
So I'm touch. My thing is my love language is, which sounds so gay.
I love that you're like, I'll suck a woman's dick, but like I don't want to talk about my love languages. That feels too queer to me, bro. Like that I'm not into.
Yeah, so I'm a touch guy. So like really touch me, like rub my beard, whatever, I'm like in. So like the nipples are part of that, like an extension of that, but it's not specific to the nipple. Like I don't
Not nipples
yeah,
specific.
Yeah, I'm not nipple specific.
Yeah. Well, I don't need a lot. And so typically, I think, and this is just a note to myself, I don't typically go for it with women because I never
Interesting.
think to do it because it's not
Really?
something that I like. But if they tell me to do it, I'll do it. Anyway, over the course of the weekend, the nipple became such a central figure in the sex that I was like, can you just like come
From the nipples.
From the nipple? Because some women
Can you come out of a nipple? Can you?
I don't think that's how nipple coming works.
Is it? Oh, I guess lactate. Do you feel anything from lactation? Like, does the woman like? Does it
I have
feel-
wondered that.
I bet
Listener-
it physically registers.
Yeah, that's what I'm
right?
saying. Like, does it?
Of course it registers because it can hurt because the babies bite and stuff like that. But they gnaw. They don't have teeth.
Mow.
Yeah, they. Whatever that verb is. Maw?
I don't know. I'm out.
I think they probably, actually, I would love to hear from a listener who is breastfed and has high nipple sensitivity. But yeah, so I was just like really going at her nipple for like what felt like a while. And there was some dry humping involved, but nothing crazy. It was really nipple centric. And
how do you not dry hump?
I know.
Is there a wet hump?
I mean,
for like,
there's tripping.
Okay.
That's like vaginal.
But isn't that still a dry hump? Oh, so dry hump is like vagina to me.
I think as listener write in. Wow, a lot of writing in on this episode. I think it's dry humping as clothes on or like vulva to thigh.
Like vulva to non-vulva.
Yes.
Okay.
But vulva to vulva, I would say is tribbing.
Tribbing.
But I
Which
wonder.
is what men call scissoring.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder.
I'm just interpreting.
Yes. Thank you so much.
For my 12 people that are going to watch.
I was going to say all 4 of your fans are here right now. So.
All right, that was brutal.
The special's out. The special's out.
There might be some people who clicked on the thumbnail because they were like, Big J. Okerson. And in that case.
Oh, dude. Come on, man. First of all, way better taste in music than that guy.
But yeah, I just kept going and going. And eventually she was like, I'm not sure if I can come this way. Like, I want to keep trying, but I'm like so turned on, like, you have to go down on me or whatever. And I was like, oh, fine. And then I never found out whether or not she can come from the nipple. So I have unfinished business with this woman, and I will report back when I find out.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Listener, whether you're a busy little queer with all kinds of things to do, or you're just kind of like me and you're not the best cook, I love Green Chef. They're a meal kit that makes it super easy to make delicious meals fast. I eat them all the time. They're great for a date night with me and Jen. Even an idiot like me, I can make something delicious quick. And one of the things that I really like about it is they've got something for everyone. Me and Jen, we have different dietary restrictions. Doesn't matter. With Green Chef, we can make it work. Are you keto? Are you paleo? Are you vegan? Whatever you are, they've got something for you. And even if you're trying to eat healthy, they've got something for that too. They have nutritionist-approved recipes, including calorie-smart meals, protein-packed meals, all kinds of stuff. Another one of my favorite things about Green Chef is it's sustainable. You can feel good because everything's certified organic cage-free eggs, sustainably sourced seafood, and they're the only meal kit that is both carbon and plastic offset. They offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Did I mention that it's easy? They have convenient step-by-step recipes, including dinners that are ready in 25 minutes or less, 10-minute lunches, and even snacks. So no matter what your time crunch is, they've got something for you. Go to greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus free shipping. That's greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. Listener, if you've been listening a while, you might know that my cat Fletcher has a lot of problems with cat food. And it's not really clear to the vets what he has going on, but the dude pukes. The dude's a puker. And that's why I'm so glad to finally be sponsored by Smalls, because they are making the best cat food in the business, and Fletcher loves it, and he's not puking anymore. I absolutely love Smalls. I love that it's stuff that I have to put in my fridge. Like, it feels like, oh my gosh, my cats are getting the level of food that I'm getting, finally. And I love that it's ingredients that I recognize. To me, my cats are my family because I am a lesbian. And you're also probably in this category as well. Ha, pun. So you gotta check out Smalls. And don't just take my word for it. Here are some stats. After making the switch to Smalls, 78% of cat owners reported their cats had shinier and softer fur, and 90% reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. The team at Smalls is so confident that your cat will love their product that you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat won't eat their food. Remember, higher quality ingredients mean a healthier and happier life for your kitty. So head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order, plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order, plus free shipping. Neil,
Yes.
did you have gay sex this week?
No, I haven't had sex at all this week.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's a real bummer.
You're kind of like out there.
Are you single? Are you like
Yeah,
on
I'm
the prowl?
single. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm. I don't think I can say I'm on the prowl because then it's predatory. But, yeah, you know, I'm mingling, so to speak. Yeah, I have not had gay sex this week. I have only ever cis dude to cis dude penis involvement once.
Not a verb to be found.
All the other.
Not a single. You were so much self-loathing homophobia in that.
No.
You were cis dude to cis dude penis involvement.
No, because I'm saying like all the penises that I've encountered sexually
right, sure,
have been attached to women.
and that's straight sex to you.
That's straight sex.
But
to me.
I would argue that anything said on this show at all is gay sex, even if it's like
Okay.
cis het and cis het. I would even say.
Can I
This show is open to whatever the person's interpretation of gay and the interpretation of sex is.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
don't
ask
know,
a
man.
question? Oh, sorry. I didn't
No,
cut
go
you off.
ahead. Yeah.
The cis guy, did you have like a type with him? Was he still kind of like effeminate?
No,
like,
this was super early in my life. This was like, I've always kind of been like confused in a way, just because like how you grew up back then, like in the 80s and 90s and like all those kinds of things. And like, I think I've told you this, like when every man in my family is a lefty and every woman is a righty.
like
and-
right, left-handed,
Yeah,
right-handed?
yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
I do love the ambidextrous relationship. So much better for mutual fingering. No, I'm not even joking. I dated someone left-handed, and that was huge for us.
Oh, because the
They
angles
could,
are right. Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're lying on a bed
Yeah,
together
yeah,
and you
yeah,
just
yeah.
like want to lie flat
Yeah.
and finger each other.
No, I was too young to worry about fingering. But like when I figured out that I was a righty and all the women in my family were righties, I was like, oh, is it like, are women righties? Like, am I?
Whoa.
And then I switched kindergartens early, like in the middle of the year, but like very early. So I have no recollection of early kindergarten. And when I got to the new kindergarten, they had no more blue pencil boxes. So that and that together, I was like, oh,
I'm a woman.
I'm supposed to be a woman. So like, I never had like the dysmorphia. I don't claim to understand that confusion and that plight, but for me, it was just like, all right, I guess I'm wrong. And so just like my whole life, I've just been like, I just say like, oh, I have a feminine energy.
Do you ever like think about your gender?
No, because like, I don't know. I'm not confused like that. It's just like an energy thing
Yeah.
where I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like at times in my life I overcompensated and I don't know.
You get along with women very well.
amazingly. Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of your friends are women.
I mean, I think almost other than Ben Bailey, every headliner I work with is a woman.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know what that is.
Mm.
You know, like big sister energies, I guess. I don't know.
You have siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and a sister.
I never hear about them.
They all come to shows.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't talk.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to gender, do you feel like you have more in common with your mom or your dad, or can you trace that at all?
No, neither. I don't. I have a very like grandparenty relationship with my parent because they were like super old when they had me. So like, I don't really.
Is that something that you feel?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I love both my parents, but I feel like my dad and I are like really similar in a way that when I've like thought about gender, I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm so much like my dad. I like so many of the masculine, data-driven, sciencey things that he likes. That kind of came into the questioning of it for me a little bit.
Interesting.
I wonder maybe because I grew up. My sister had a huge influence on me growing up. So it was like my mom and my sister. And then again, the righty kinship, which stays with you as a child. Like, that's just like,
Yeah.
once that's in your head, like, that's it. And my dad was always like, my dad worked nights and slept days and was like one of those like too cool to be a dad kind of dads. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like not like
a bad parent? I think that's a bad parent.
Well, I don't want to say that. 'Cause, like, I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to disparage the man. You know what I mean? He's like,
My bad.
He's rotting in the ground right now. It's like, but I don't know. Like, he wasn't like I love you, son. You know what I mean? He was
yeah.
like, ask your mother and like,
Yeah,
go to sleep. And it was like, all right. So like, I don't know, maybe that's also got something to do with it. Like because of my sister and my relationship with her, that like when I hang out with like Liz Mealy, it feels like I'm hanging out with like an older sister, even though she's probably younger and way smaller than me. But
going back to that guy, what was that you hooked up with? What was that?
So he just had a crush on me, and I was trying to bang his friend, this girl. I don't want to say her name. And then he was like, well, I bet she'd be more into you if you were more open-minded about it. I was like, all right. It was very coercy, but
Wait, he was like, if you fuck me, she'll like you?
yeah, kind of. It was kind of like that.
You know what women love? Women love when you're gay, dude.
Actually?
100% worked, by the way. I let this dude.
Was I the woman? Did I black out? I'm pretty sure this was.
I let this dude blow me. I couldn't finish for whatever reasons.
I mean, I think we know the reasons. Whatever reason, you're into women and not men. That's the reason.
I guess. But no, because I remember my first male crush. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have blown me, I definitely would have finished. You know what I mean? Like you're out there.
He might be listening.
Nah, maybe. We're still like friendly on Facebook, and he knows.
Oh,
it.
okay. So that was a direct call.
Well, no, I had a crush on him when we were both like 19. Maybe take that out.
We can bleep his name. Would that work?
Yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, the dude blew me. I just wasn't into that dude is the issue. And I didn't finish. And
then you were old enough or self-aware enough to know that? You were I'm not into this dude.
Yeah.
Some other dude blew me. Maybe that would work out.
No, yeah. I mean, for sure. Yeah. And I just I literally got out of the car with him, went into the house, and then she blew me.
Successfully this time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. To the
baton,
end.
So to speak.
Yeah. A very small baton.
It was a quick relay race.
Yeah. It was 12 feet from the driveway to the front door.
You did in person what people do when they watch porn, which is like, I'm going to start jerking off this guy. And you're like, that's not working. I'm going to finish with the girl. But you did that in real life, which is like, when does that ever happen?
Well, touring with rock bands, it happens more than you think.
Oh, man. Is it crazy?
It can be. It has been.
Musicians or comedians? Who's getting more pussy?
Musicians are getting more pussy.
Yeah. It's just a different style of fan. I mean, when I open for bands, I do better than when I open for comedians.
Wow.
Except, this audience, pretty great. Bunch of great people in your audience.
We have all your favorite types.
Oh my God, all the types.
We have all the types. We have a lot of
types.
non-binary. We have trans women. We have bisexual women, and then we've got some gay guys.
I was bummed though. I felt like made fun of because two guys came up to me after a show because I have that joke about liking to watch, and two guys came up to me after one of your shows and were like, "You can come back to our place and watch us." And I was like, "Okay, for sure." And they were like, "Oh, we're kidding." And I was like, "Ew, like that's king shaming, isn't it?" I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know what that is.
It's just rude.
Either just like joking with you and they thought they were being funny.
They were rude. Yeah, that was rude.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to throw in a non-broy disclaimer because I've been a little bit broy during this episode.
Yeah, me too. I've leaned into it.
My fault.
No, but
I will play the role of the femme.
When
I love it.
When I'm
Dog's coming out. Sorry.
No, and it's fun. It's fun. What I love about this podcast is like you get the masculine energy from me and you get the other side of it as well. Like that's what makes the podcast so fun. Is like I hate that like queer people. You can be broy and you can be thoughtfully broy. You can be thoughtfully broy. I just want to make sure if anyone's listening, being like, actually, like talking about pulling pussy, like one of the reasons that I don't hook up a lot on the road is like I'm very sensitive to the power dynamic. That's like a big thing for me. Is like, and I don't know if men
that's a
are
tough
as keyed
one.
into that.
Yeah.
They should be.
So I think I am. But
I don't
also,
mean you.
but,
I mean these musicians that you're.
No. But I'm leaning into this conversation because I feel like I do feel like there is a power dynamic, and it does. But like that's also like what helps me pull.
No, but it's different for you, Neil. I'm the headliner. They all listen to my podcast. They came to the show specifically to see me. So I need to be aware of what these people, what I don't, there's no like financial power dynamic. There's no like age power dynamic. You know, all of these people are,
but
for the most part, well over 21.
When they see people on stage, when anyone sees people on stage, I mean, not anyone, but when people see people on stage, there's an instant hierarchy.
Yes, yes.
And it's just so hard to like navigate that because it's like, well, if I'm turning down these people, then I'm just like an incel. You know what I mean? Like that's part of my charm is that I am a rock star or whatever it is I am to them.
But it's hot for them too. So
that's
that's
exactly.
If you're a woman trying to get guys, though, it works against you so hard being at the top of the hierarchy.
Yes.
Like that's why
not for me.
Oh, well,
if you're a woman,
let's talk because I really frequently, but like frequently,
yeah, but you're a nice guy.
Yeah,
dude.
A lot of guys are turned off.
I appreciate you saying that.
Totally. I don't think there's any problem with people being into the person they're seeing on stage. I actually don't think that's the problem. The problem is when it's like they think they know you. They think they have a pre-existing relationship with you.
Yeah.
Like, even though they might not be thinking that,
Yeah.
I think it's like all of the stuff behind the stage. If it's purely like, you killed, they didn't know you coming in.
I saw a local band.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
Versus like, can you imagine if Bo Burnham was like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's one of the first like public figures that I saw talk a lot about and push back against like, hey, you don't know me, you like the idea of me, and someone who's like aware of that dynamic.
Yeah.
If someone thinks it's sexy that you're on stage and you think it's sexy that they're into you because they like liked your stuff or whatever, that's like two consenting adults like having fun and like leaning into this like real life role play. You know, like that's fun. But if there's other stuff, if there's loaded stuff behind it, that's when it can get.
But that's kind of what I was talking about before with like.
Or one more caveat: if the performer uses their stage power to manipulate someone into sleeping with them, that is also completely inappropriate.
How does that?
Oh, give this girl a drink, bring her backstage, yada, yada, yada. I think like that's kind of fucked up.
That was, we did that a lot. I mean, there have been tours where I was, where my.
You just witnessed a man learn something. You just witnessed me doing the fucking work.
Yeah.
Listener, you're witnessing feminism at work right now.
And it is funny.
I mean, I've been on tours where I've been dubbed the hoe getter, where I would go into the audience and like hand out backstage passes and be like, oh, do you want to meet so-and-so?
But like, okay, let me caveat my caveat. Some of those women might have wanted that.
Well, I would say to him, I'd be like, listen, he's expecting a certain thing. If you're not into it, cool, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah. I'd be like, I mean, we're all very aware of consent.
Yeah.
Like my group of, like that world, the emo and punk.
It's so weird. Like no one talks about it, but like this is happening at every concert.
Every concert.
That is crazy.
100% of the concerts. And if they're not talking about it, they're just stealthy about it.
I could see a world where someone propositioned me with that, and if I was really into the musician, being like, I get what this is, and I'm down. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I think that can fully be
100%.
consensual.
No, it's consent.
Yeah.
I will say that like as bands get older and like are married and stuff, like it does calm down. But then like maybe the opening band is doing it, or maybe the roadies are doing it.
Wow. Crazy. Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
When did you start knowing that you were into like trans people, trans femme people? And like, how did you explore that, especially in like a more homophobic, transphobic world?
As soon as I saw one. Like as soon as I saw a woman, like a trans person present as a woman, and I was like, oh, that's hot. Because like even growing up, it's like David Bowie's sexy.
Yeah.
Like this androgynous, like there's something attractive. There was always something about that.
I feel like we have a very similar, like everything you're saying is setting off the bells for me.
Maddie, you
Are
say
we
this
falling
every
in
episode.
love?
I think you're just into everybody. Maddie, I think you just like want to fuck actively.
Yeah.
Like there's no one you will not
like-
fuck right now.
But like the no, because I am actually weirdly picky, but the androgyny, like David Bowie is so
Yeah.
hot. Like,
Do you want to be David Bowie or do you want to fuck David Bowie?
it's a little bit of both.
Like
Yeah.
to me, like Harry Styles,
Mm.
like, oh my God.
Do you
Like
listen-
I'd totally bang that dude.
Do you listen to Of Montreal?
I do like of
I mean,
Montreal.
Kevin Barnes.
The singer, he
Yeah.
wears like a lot of weird face paint. Yeah. You know, he's okay. That's
Kevin
a different.
Barnes,
Yeah.
if you're listening, I'm going to your concert in September. And I'm,
Toss another one to Neil, who's another weirdo you want to have sex with.
That's up there. Car seat headrest.
Okay. I don't know what
He's
they
real
look
cute.
like, but I know the band.
Um,
This is like kind of off topic, but kind of on
no,
topic.
please.
Like, you know how like people have like celebrity hall passes and stuff?
Mhm.
I remember I was in a relationship with a woman once and we like came up, like we started talking about celebrity hall passes. And I was like, oh, this woman, you know, whatever. And then she was like, Chris Caraba, Adam Lazara. And I'm like, you can't pick people in my phone. Like, that's like me being like, my celebrity hall pass is your sister Maureen. Like, you can't. That is not what we're doing right now.
Okay, well, cool. And then like how old were you when you had your first experience like that? And like how did you go about doing it?
Well, the first time, the BJ, when I was like 19 or 20.
No, but I mean with a trans femme person.
Oh, pretty recent actually. Like I never really, because I was in a long-term relationship. So,
That's right, you were married.
yeah. So it wasn't until recently that I was like, finally like,
Did it blow your mind?
no, it was just, because back in the day, like when you tour, like, I don't know, it's just different. It's just different. You hear stories about like, I'll bring up Bowie again. Like you hear stories about like Bowie and Jagger like blowing each other or whatever. And it's like, yeah, they're not gay. They're just bored of fucking the same kind of woman. You know what I mean? It's just like I had a buddy who started.
They're not gay. They just fuck so much that they suck dick too.
Yo, I had a buddy that's.
I actually think that's a thing.
It really is. I had a buddy who started getting
And it's
into like
odd.
peeing on people just because he was like, I'm so bored. he's like, you got to hit me in the dick with a bat to get me off now. Like I'm just, you know, he's like a handsome guy in a huge band. Like he's just going through women. And it's just like, I don't know, I need to do something else.
He has the same thing with sexuality that like people have now where like I can't read unless I have like a fidget spinner in my hand. But he's like,
Yeah.
I need to fucking bottle up my ass. Like
ADHD,
ADHD.
LGBT.
I think this is almost like
I can't
watching.
pay attention to one gender. Okay, sorry.
No, that's great. I think this is
I
almost
can't.
like watching so much porn that it like kind of affects your sex life a little bit. Like you do have to. Now I'm going to come in and like be mom for a second. Like this is why it's really important.
Oh, your audience is gonna hate that, Mommy Ashley.
to treat sex with some kind of like, you know, like it's special. Make sure you treat it like it's special or not. Like
Or-
do whatever you want.
Yeah, like what if you just treat it like it's like 9 o'clock? You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, it's Tuesday. Like
Yeah.
it just sex, like to me, I don't know. It's just like, I need to like have this release so that I can like not think about it and like function.
Yeah,
It could
no,
be
that's true.
special and beautiful, or it could be like milking a cow or draining
Yeah.
a cyst. Just get the pus out. Go to the doctor and get the pus out. If that's what you want to do.
It's everything and nothing at the same time. But I guess what I'm just trying to say is like don't shame yourself for not having a lot of sex or having a lot of sex. Just like make sure you're like in touch with
Cut to Ashley being like, Maddie's a gay virgin.
Okay.
And she doesn't get pussy.
what I'm saying is like just be aware of your body and your mind.
Don't shame yourself. Let Ashley do it.
Let me do
But
it.
don't shame others either.
The point
It's
is
none of your fucking business.
don't feel shame at all and don't cancel this
Unless
podcast.
that's what makes you come, then you're
Then in
a
which
dirty
case-
little slut.
You should be ashamed of yourself for even watching this. Oh my God. I hate the time we live in. I hate the time we fucking live in. And I hate that for whatever reason, I have landed a job as the host, like the person who talks about the intersection of the two most sensitive topics on the fucking planet. Listener, one of the best ways to support this podcast is to come see me live, okay? It's a really great way to just support the whole team and everything that we do here. So get on my text list or my email list. It's international, both of them. AshleyGavin.com. Go sign up, and I'll literally text you when I'm in your area. So you don't have to hear all these plugs. You can skip right by them. Don't even worry about your city. Just get on one of those two things, and I will let you know, okay? Because there's a lot of cities coming, and I just remaking this announcement over and over again. We all think it's annoying. You do. I do. Get on the text list, you piece of shit. Maddie, did you have gay sex this week?
I did not have gay sex this week.
No?
No, but I'm back on the apps. I'm back on
Fuck
Hinge.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like talking to people.
Do you say like what's your thing? Like what do you like? Do you say pan or heteroflexible? What do
I
you
say
think?
bisexual, but I'm
Bisexual.
honestly not sure why, because I think pansexual probably is a more accurate label.
Well, bisexual sounds gay.
Well, yeah,
For men, for sure.
For sure.
For women, it sounds hot.
Oh, does it? Okay.
I
That,
think
honestly, I think that's kind of part of it, of why I was like, yeah, I just like bisexual girl sounds hot. So I just have it on like, I have it as like bisexual, she, they. But I've been talking to people, and I think I'm getting coffee with a man. I'm sorry.
Boo.
I know. Wait, no. Oh my God. No. Wait, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. They're gender nonconforming. I thought at first, and then I went to their profile and I was like, oh, they're genderqueer. Okay. I didn't know that from the picture.
So what is your coffee situation? Like, are you excited?
Yeah, I think so. He kind of just took I don't know this person's pronouns actually. I'll just say they took it. The first message was just like, do you want to get coffee?
I think it's so much
and
better.
I love that. I was like, oh my God, can we do that?
Like,
That's
get
awesome.
out there. Like, get out of the app as quickly as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I would like, Maddie, I would like to do some check-ins with you every week.
Let's do it.
About who's coming up in the Hinge, where we're at with them. Do we need to move it to IRL? I really would like you to have gay sex.
Yeah.
During your tenure on this podcast.
I'm rooting
Thanks.
for you.
Yeah, I'm down. I would love maybe a Hinge profile analysis at some point.
That would be.
I think I've built a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But I would love to have feedback.
Perfect. Anything you want to add to your? We really didn't talk much with you.
No, but that's okay. I mean, that's all I have. I'll keep you posted. I'll like definitely let you know what happens.
Have you matched with anyone where you're in the limbo when no one said hi yet?
Oh, almost exclusively. Like 20 people like that.
I'm so glad it's not just me. Oh my God.
Oh, so many people.
What is that? This might be a good clip.
Because I feel like people just like swipe, and then you match, and they're like, nah.
You think so?
I mean,
No, there is that sometimes where you're like, yeah, I would, and then you match and you're like, oh,
Would
I
I?
want to fuck this person? Yeah.
because when you're swiping, you're in a state of like, I need to get laid, I need to get laid, I need to get laid. And then they match, you're like, well, I just masturbated. So.
It's almost like a scarcity thing. As soon as you have it, you're not like in a state of scarcity anymore. So you don't have to message them. You're like, well, I have it.
Yeah.
I have the person.
Oh, sometimes I get that on dating apps where I go on and I'm like, and it's like, people want to fuck you. And I'm like, that's all I needed. And then you just go on with your life.
Well, Sam Morrill's bit about consent. He's like, I just need the consent. Once I have the consent, I'm like, I'm going to jerk off to that.
That's great. I didn't know he had
He
that.
has a great one here.
All right. Well, anything you want to plug, Neil? Butt plugs. Butt plugs.
Just the special, Have Some Dignity. It's out.
What platform is it on?
I'm going to put it up on YouTube,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
there'll be like some bonusy stuff on the Patreon. And then I think vinyl's going to come out on, I can't say the label yet, but
That rocks.
I'm going to put out some vinyl. And neilrubenstein.com for everything.
Tour dates. Get on my text alert, guys. I'm almost at 100,000 on the text alert, which is really exciting. We're almost at 150,000 between the email and the text alert, which is pretty exciting. We'll game army.
Remember when it was just like 12?
I do remember when it was 12. My first email was 12 people.
Wow.
Massive theater tours coming. We're adding 8 more cities. So just get on the text
Dude.
alert.
Dude, like it's just, sorry.
I know some
so
of the theaters are
fucking
already
cool,
sold
dude.
out. I haven't even said the text yet.
Dude,
It's
it's
crazy.
so cool, man.
What are you working on?
I have another podcast called And How's That Working For You with my buddy Kenyon.
You have to book him.
Yeah, he's moving here in the fall.
Oh, in the fall.
So he'll
Okay,
be here in
that's why
person.
we're waiting. Okay.
But check that out. I'm really proud of it. I think it's really funny.
It is very funny.
Thank you. And
It
I
is
also,
an excellent podcast.
thank you. Kenyon's the funniest person I've ever met in my
The
life.
clips
Like,
are
he's-
so funny. So go to Maddie's social media if you want to get a taste. Or just go listen, you piece of shit.
And we have a Patreon for it too. It's really fun. And I have a text alert email thing also for when I'm going on the road, and I have my don't tell set out. So, but it's all on my Instagram bio, Maddie T Wiener.
I'd gladly open for you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Throwing that
I'd
out
open
there.
for you.
I think it's gonna go the other way, but all right.
Neither of you can draw, so you will. You will.
So we still
You
open
will
for you.
continue
Yeah, we
to
missed the whole,
open
we're both
for
opening
me.
for her.
No, I will gladly open for you when you guys inevitably
Yeah, I'm sure.
surpass me.
Yeah.
Inevitably? Inevitably. Goodbye. Thank you for listening, guys. Patreon.com/WHGS. You can donate as little as $1. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. There's the industry right now. There's a pullback with ads, so your dollar really, really matters right now. It pays Alex. It pays Maddie. It pays my whole team. Me provides us the equipment and the space that we need. So consider it. And then another great way to support is going to a show. If you'd like to do a one-time support type of thing, either in New York at my weekly show, or when I'm touring around the country, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco. That's probably sold out by now. One of those anyway. Yeah, hope to see you there. Albany, Denver, Virginia, all kinds of places. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm going to go. Have a great week, guys. Oh, gay thought. I just got home from tour. It was one of my favorite tour weekends ever. Sacramento. Thank you for everyone who came out. The shows were incredible. I really needed it. It was my first tour weekend back, so I'm just going to say thanks. If you came out to those shows in Sacramento, thank you. And if you're coming to a show upcoming soon, I can't tell you how much I love doing this and meeting you all and playing with you and sometimes not playing with you, just doing the material and, seeing you guys have a good time really means a lot to me. And yeah, hope to see you there. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Smalls. Smalls food for your cat. If you've been listening a while, you know my cats are a huge part of both of my podcasts. I love them so much. They are family to me. And that's why it's really important that I give them food that feels as high quality as the food that I'm eating myself. And that's why I love Smalls. My cats have had trouble with a lot of food, but they have absolutely no trouble with Smalls. There's less puking, and don't just take my word for it. After making the switch to Smalls, 78% of cat owners reported their cats had shinier, softer fur, and 90% reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. Remember, higher quality ingredients mean a healthier and happier life for your kitty. So head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.